Hi there, folks. My name's NovaWrap24, and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings-on from the week that was. So here we are on the 24th of October, 2021, for another episode to fill us virtual skies and rail yards, and we're going to jump straight into it with the releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator, with leading the charge this week from developer Just Flight, seeing their latest aircraft release with a release of their rendition of the Hawk T Mark 1A Advanced Trainer for MSFS. So this comes to us from the Just Flight's in-house development team and is the fourth iteration or fourth generation of sims that this aircraft has been produced for, and absolutely it has been improving with each generation, that is for sure. So previously having soared to virtual skies in FSX and prepared, in X-Plane 11, in Aerofly FS2, it now comes to us in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the team has definitely grown and developed their rendition of this model. It gives us a highly accurate, detailed model of the Hawk T1 and T1A, based on hands-on experience with the real aircraft, as well as extensive access to research materials. It gives us a variety of external animations, as well as a highly detailed and accurate cockpit with fully functioning systems and custom code electric systems to offer a incredibly insightful and interactive experience, including a full experience to be able to take the aircraft according by the book from its cold and dark all the way through to its full operational. It does give you the Just Flight's tablet EFB options as well, to be able to give you certain presets sets to be able to move on to get yourself set up and going, as well as giving you persistency across the aircraft as well. So, which is a nice little touch. I do like that one as well. Gives you, as well as all the internal accuracy and modeling, includes both the front and rear cockpits have been fully and accurately modeled, fully custom and coded hydraulic and electrical and fuel systems, as well as the engine systems with a realistic engine startup behavior, startup operation and shutdown sequences all involved as well. It does include, and interestingly enough, it does include external stores. They are non-functional and they are cosmetic only, but it gives you a variety of different external stores, including the AIM-9 Sidewinders, practice bombs, Matra unguided rockets, a centerline gun pod, as well as, of course, probably the most famous version of the Hawk, the Red Arrows display team variant, with its dye and smoke generator on the center pylon. Included with the aircraft is a updated brand new sound set developed by SimAcoustics in high fidelity WY format, with all aircraft recordings based off real aircraft and engine sounds as well. Includes 14 liveries across all the major operators of the Hawk T1, including many of the Royal Air Force squadrons, and my personal favorites, the Empire Test Pilot School liveries, because they are kind of cool. So yeah, it also includes a custom paint kit as well, looking pretty damn amazing. It's interesting enough, it's the same price as that the other releases of this Hawk have come across as, so it's $50 US. And as I said, look, it's a really highly detailed model. I absolutely love this aircraft. I have flown it in Aerofly, in Prepared, and in X-Plane 11. I'm really excited to be able to look forward to flying in MSFS as well. But if you are a previous owner of this aircraft on a previous platform, then you will have discount code available. Check out for your email for that one. Otherwise, if you are a new user, look at picking this up for $50 US or your original equivalent. Available now from Just Flight. Moving on with MSFS releases, moving into scenery releases from Aerosoft, comes up their latest scenery release with Airport Komodo, which is a small island in Indonesia, on the Indonesian island of Flores, and is come to life and gives us a highly detailed rendition of this airport as a growing tourist destination, as being is the largest natural habitat of the world's largest lizard, the Komodo dragon. So this is a highly accurate rendition of the airport as it appears in 2019, so it's not recent, which is rather interesting. Includes high-resolution PBR materials used throughout all airport buildings modeled back then. I don't know what the deltas would be between 2019 and now, but that seems a little bit of a long time. Like, that's literally 2 years old that this is products are brand new and giving us, and I mean, at least they're upfront and honest and saying it's from 2019. So I mean, airports don't necessarily change very often, but yeah, it's interesting that they've gone that way. Anyway, includes night lighting, custom night lighting, animated passengers in the terminal, as well as a variety of updated auto-gen for the surrounding area. And if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $14 or original equivalent, available now from Aerosoft. Continuing on with scenery releases, this time from Giovetsky Designs. So this week, the latest of their Polish airports with the release of Warsaw Modlin Airport. So this is a small, it's not a GA airport, like it is actually a sort of full-service international airport, but it is primarily only used by the budget carriers, mostly mainly being Ryanair, but also Wizz Air using the routes as well. So this is going to be an alternative location for you to come in if you are a Tubeliner pilot and looking for one of the smaller narrow-body aircraft coming in and out. This is a highly detailed model of the airport as it appears in 2021, including all update layouts and taxiways included. All airport buildings have been modelled, including PBR materials used throughout, as well as a custom terrain mesh matching the exact runway profile as well. So sloped runways galore. Includes custom interior modelling of several of the terminals and a number of landmarks around the surrounding area as well. You can pick this one up for your flight sim experience for $18 or your original equivalent, available now from your favorite flight sim retailer. And another airport release for Microsoft Flight Simulator, this time from Orbix, the team at Orbix. So this week, the release of Sandine Airport, which is a port over or sort of an update of their previous rendition of the airport for the ESP sims. It's a basic update. They haven't updated any layouts or anything like that. They're simply migrated over to the new sim. Includes 2K textures, PBR materials used throughout, 60 centimeter per pixel ortho imagery for the airport and surrounding area, custom night lighting and materials used as well. So you can pick this one up for, if you're a new user, $10. If you're an existing owner of the previous legacy version of this one, there is an update price available. Check out your Orbix account, available now from Orbix Direct. Speaking, that was a great segue into now moving into the legacy sims, moving out of MSFS and moving into the prepared well. So this week, the release of the Cityscape Brisbane for prepared V4 and above. So much like the Landmarks pack that sort of came out for MSFS, it's sort of been brought over onto the legacy sims. Now includes over 100 custom buildings, including a variety of POIs in there as well as a variety of custom city buildings and geotypical city buildings more appropriate to Brisbane than the standard auto-gen materials shipped in with the sim. High detailed landmarks include Brisbane Sky Tower, Suncorp Stadium, the Gabba Stadium, so the Suncorp Stadium, the Gabba Stadium, Riverside Expressway Bridge, and a variety of other bridges as well. It actually was funny watching the video for this because I'd spent many years living in Brisbane, and I'm looking at places that I used to work at, like buildings I used to work in and places I used to go running, and I was like, I really miss Brisbane. But anyway, includes custom ortho imagery for downtown Brisbane and along the river to just beside the Gateway Bridge, which is the edge of the Orbix Brisbane International Airport region, Brisbane International Airport coverage. So although it is great to work with that, they do stress that it is not required to have that airport to make it useful. And you pick this one up for $8 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. Moving out of the ESP Sims and moving into the world of X-Plane 11. So developer Kalamata rebooted their Concorde this week by re-releasing it as version 2. This is a rebuild of their design of the iconic supersonic passenger transport, including a full overhaul of the 3D model both internally and externally, with updated 4K textures used throughout, with 2K alternatives available if you are running a bit low on performance. Includes over 700 custom lights, a pro or standard complexity settings, and a full custom three-dimensional inertial navigation SIVA system has been modeled with this one, including a variety of all custom coded options for that as well. And insofar as the external model goes, includes accurate 3D model of the aircraft, including opening passenger doors, cargo doors, and service panels, and fully highly detailed modeling of the engines and landing gear included as well, with 4K textures and 2K versions available with full PBR support across the board. Includes 2 different flight models, Pro or Standard, depending on how you would like to fly the aircraft, custom F-mod sound system, and a brand fully VR compatible as well, with 2 liveries included and a full paint kit available as well. You can pick this one up for new users for $55 or your original equivalent for new users, or for existing owners, there is a small upgrade fee. I believe it's $5 or $10. So really small upgrade cost this one, but yeah, there is an upgrade cost if you are moving from version 1 to version 2. Either way, available now from xplane.org. Sticking with the X-Plane 11 releases this week from developer Feel There. So this week the release of their rendition of Stuttgart International Airport for X-Plane 11. So this is a detailed rendition of Stuttgart's main international airport as it appears in 2020, it looks like, including 46 parking positions and all terminal buildings, including the all 4 passenger terminal buildings and the cargo terminal, all modelled as well. Full support for SAM animated jetways and SAM marshals and visual guidance docking system included as well. And you can pick this one up for $10 or your original equivalent, available now from Feel Their Simulations. Moving out of the flight simulation world and moving into the world of the permanent way. And now, so this week a release from Train Simulator, the release of the Canadian Pacific SD60 locomotive. I feel that it's like every fifth train that gets released for Train Simulator seems to be a SD60 or 50 or somehow. But anyway, so this is I always get confused with trains. I cover it for. I know many of you love trains. I get confused by them. I really do. But this is a rendition of a very popular train that was first introduced into service in the 1980s and continues and soldier on into work even to this day. So this highly detailed rendition of the 3,800 horsepower SD60 locomotive includes an accurate custom 3D model with fully authentic driving cab interior with custom details, controls, and sound sets all included and models for this release. Includes, as well as the train, you also get 3 career scenarios for the Canadian Pacific SD60 for use with the Canadian Mountain Passes Revelstoke to Lake Louise route to me in your collection as well. And you pick this one up for $20 or your original equivalent, available now from Steam. Sticking with Gran Transportation, but moving on to the asphalt. So this week of the release of the latest DLC for Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 from Playway Simulations, with the release of the Jaguar DLC. So 4 fully licensed Jaguar vehicles and engines have been included with this release, including the 1961 Jaguar E-Type, absolute classic, 1991 Jaguar XJS, 92 XJ220, and the 2017 Jaguar F-Type I honestly had never even seen that one before this release. Anyway, also includes, as I said, 4 engines as well: the i6XK, the V12HE, the V6 Tower JV6, and the V8 AK133, with a variety of tuning parts are also included as well. And you can pick this one up for $6 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. And finally, rounding out the NovaWrap for this week, I saw the release of this was a bit of an interesting last one. So this is the release of Terraformers First Steps on Mars. Now, on the surface, this looks like it is. It looks like it's another Mars colonization sort of game, much like planets to survive, much like Surviving Mars. However, it seems to be a bit more basic, especially in terms of its graphics fidelity. However, this is actually not a full game. This is a preview, sort of prologue to an upcoming game called Terraformers. So it's also a free title, which is interesting as well. So often, so initially when I saw this, I thought, oh, well, maybe they're just sort of basically raising money, a bit of development funds to be able to go forward into the full game release later on. But it's actually a free release, so it gives you an idea to get you a feel for the title and get feedback, so the developers can get feedback. So yeah, the core game is free. Very little here described about it other than lead your first colony on Mars. As I said, looking at the couple of screenshots that I saw, it reminds me of the old school Alpha Centauri from Sid Meier. Really sort of has got that kind of vibe and feel to it. But yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't really speak too much about it. But screenshots, that's what it kind of looks like to me. But if you do want to if you do like it and you want to support it and you want to sort of see help the developers get to the final release, then there is a supporters pack, which is about $10. That does give you, essentially, in the description, it gives you a exclusive discount for the full launch release when it becomes available, digital art book, wallpapers, game soundtrack, a couple other things as well. So yeah, it's interesting. As I said, I think this is a kind of a cool way of approaching it, where they're going, this is a teaser. This is essentially it's a free demo. But it also allows the developer to get some feedback onto how they're going. I think it's a pretty good way to do it, especially because it's free. So yeah, if you want to check it out, maybe give it a go. Check it out on Steam. There you go. Available now for free. And with that, folks, that does now round out the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch. Just search NovaWrap24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.